Hey, mamas, it's your CajunStork here. Today I'm interviewing Aubree, who is a mama who delivered at our North Shore birth house back in July. And she's going to tell us a little bit about not only her experience at the birth house, but also her experience as a birth doula. Hi, Aubree. Hey.
First, thanks for interviewing me. I love to talk about birth all day, every day. So, so this is especially exciting. I wanted to go natural. I wanted to go unmedicated for pain management. I didn't really know what that looked like. I had no one in my family to do that. And I had heard horror stories about, like describe birth sometimes. We describe it as like what you see on a movie, which is
Yeah.
like, they're like going down the hall, like punching people in the face. They're in so much pain. Like, I had a birth plan. I made sure I was very organized beforehand. I made sure I did a lot of research in my time being pregnant to make sure that when I got there, I knew what I wanted. I had an exact plan, and that I was open to if anything serious happened and we had to alter that plan, but ultimately we were sticking to the plan. I want to do a home birth. Then COVID happened and all the things, and so we didn't know what was going to happen. I originally wanted to do the home birth, but I said, okay, maybe I'll do the home birth. Maybe I'll do the hospital birth. But what I was really wanting, we didn't have it yet, was to do a birth center. I was like, I would love to have it at a birth center. It's like, that would be so cool. And it would be something that I could experience, that I could tell my clients about. Some women are a little intimidated by even the home birth,
Yeah.
So I wanted
It's a good middle ground.
Yeah, it's like a good middle ground. So I wanted to do, and I didn't want to travel either. I wanted to do something on the North Shore. I didn't want to go to Baton Rouge. I didn't want to, because I only had an 8-hour birth for my first. And even though I just didn't know how fast the second was going to come. I woke up at 6:30 in the morning and with a huge contraction. And I said, this sounds pretty silly, but for my first birth, I thought that I looked at the pictures afterwards and I was like, oh my gosh, I look a wreck. So the first thing I thought was, I know today is the day. So I'm going to take a shower and put my makeup on and put my hair up.
No way. That's why you look so good in those birth pictures.
Oh no, it was totally a waste of time. Like, it was totally a waste of time. By the end of the birth, I didn't even think about waterproof mascara. My mascara was like down to here. My hair is a mess. And I tried to labor it. I always try to labor at home as long as possible, I didn't want to, even though I know Ashley and like the midwives are so sweet, they do not care at all. But I didn't want to waste anyone's time. So I was like, okay, I better really be in labor. I better check. But it would happen so quickly, I didn't even count my contractions. I was like, this is definitely labor. They're one after another. Like, there's no time to even track them. So he called her. I had only been at my house for like 2 hours. And then I went to the birth house. And they were like, they just know exactly what a birthing woman needs. Like, I barely had to say anything, and they got it for me. Like, she was like, I'll run the shower, because I told her that beforehand that I liked water when I was in labor last time. So she's like, I'll run the shower, and we're gonna like get the pool set up, because like, you're going fast. Like, they could pinpoint exactly where I was without having to check anything.
Nice.
And they were able to just like give me exactly what I needed when I needed it. And like I said, I didn't have to say anything. And this was definitely what was really cool about a birth center birth instead of the hospital birth, is you're just free to do whatever you want. There's no like asking like, can I do this? And someone telling you like, well, hospital policy says, like, there's none of that. You just do whatever you need to do to be comfortable and to be what's right for your family. If you need your baby's there, like, I asked Ashley, I said, should I push? She said, do you feel like you have to push? I said, well, yeah, I feel like I have to push. And she goes, then if you feel like you got to push, to push. When I was in the hospital, they were like, okay, it's time to push, like telling me it was time to push. And this is how you push. And then I was telling her, I was like, do I just like, she was like, just however you want to push, however you feel like it needs to happen, like do it. And I loved that, because I felt like it happened, everything happened so much quicker.
The goal of our birth center is to be a good middle ground. What made us open up in North Shore is that we heard that y'all's birth options, the closest thing was Baton Rouge, or across the bridge in New Orleans. And so we really wanted to provide a resource for that area to be able to get the out of hospital experiences that they were wanting safely. And so far it seems really well received. I hope that, you know, y'all are enjoying it as much as we are over here in Lafayette.
Oh, we are loving it. I talk to so many moms, they're like, I am so excited. Like or not, some of them aren't even moms, but they're just like, they know they're going to have a baby and they're like, I am so excited. We have a birth center now. Like
Yeah.
that is awesome, because that's an option we were wanting forever. I remember talking at the beginning of my pregnancy with Grace and telling her, like, I wish we had a birth center. And then she was like, there may be one. She was like hinting.
Well, thank you so much for taking your time for this interview. I really appreciate it, and sharing your story with everyone. And also your birth pictures I saw, and I'd love to share some of them in the video if you're open to that.
Yes, please do.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much. And if you guys have any questions for Aubree or for me, go ahead and post them in the comments below. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next Midwife Monday. Bye-bye.